Oh, buddy, 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 do we have a lot to talk about. Jesus Christ, what is going on with me today? But I know it's been a little bit since you've seen my face. I apologize for the last, month or so. I've kind of just dipped away from the whole YouTube kind of thing. But I could not stay away any longer. I just had to bring you guys this video because holy moly, what a previous 48 hours. What have we just seen? I haven't seen the internet go this crazy since they pulled up the freaking World War III memes that were going down. But, YouTube, how's it going? It is your boy J Levs here, bringing you guys a brand new video. And today, we're going to be talking about stuff that has gone down over the last 48 hours, which I'm pretty sure you guys are all well aware of. But to those who are not, let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory, or a bit of a backtrack. So, with me, 48 hours ago, I'm coming off of the back end of arguably my best ever weekend league finish. I got my first ever Gold 2, which I will put up on the screen now. So, there was that. My boys, Man United, absolutely took down Burnley 3-1 after, I believe, a brace from Mason Greenwood. Big up, Mason. So, I was loving life. I was absolutely loving life. I was enjoying my Sunday afternoon. My boys came away with a 3-1 win. I got my best ever finish. I thought it couldn't get any better than this. And then Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, come out and says that they're starting up a European Super League. Now, you're probably thinking, that's not too... yes, it's bad. It was bad at the time. So, basically, what will be the European Super League? Well, it's basically going to be it was going to be I think it was a 12 or 15 team. Well, it's not really a competition. They wanted to set it up kind of like the NFL does, where you don't have any promotions, you don't have any relegations. It's basically just a glorified friendly between 12 of the best teams in the world, which would have made up of Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Tottenham, both Milan clubs, Juve, both Madrid clubs, and Barcelona. Those would have been the main 12 that would have been in. And I think they would have added in 3 more teams with the likes of Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and PSG. Which, to be fair, it sounds good. But, if they were to happen, then the players that would be involved in this Super League would not be able to compete in their domestic competitions. They wouldn't be able to compete in European competitions. They wouldn't be allowed to compete in the World Cup, or the Euros, or any other European competition, so to speak. They wouldn't be able to represent their nation. Which, funnily enough, I think we also had a reliable source saying that if this European Super League did go through, that the teams were involved in it weren't going to be in the next iteration of FIFA. So that would have been terrible. And then when that news first came out, I was like, are you absolutely kidding me? For the last few days, I was questioning whether or not I should take my allegiances elsewhere, because, as you guys are well aware, I'm a Man U fan. So I was questioning over the last, 24 hours, 48 hours, whether or not to take my allegiances elsewhere, to an Everton, or a Leicester City, or hell, maybe even a Wolves. But let's just say, the last 48 hours have been literally a domino effect. So, I think it was earlier today, or yesterday, that Chelsea announced that they were, they were not going to be part of this European Super League. And also, major respect to Petr Cech, who I think it was today they were having riots going on at Stamford Bridge. Petr Cech actually made his way out there and told the fans basically to let the team bust through, give it time, and let everything else fall into place. And the fans were out there calling him a traitor and stuff like that. Like, he was part of your club for the better part of a few years, but he made you guys kind of where you are now. So, no. Put some respect on Petr Cech's name. And then Man City decide to follow through. It's just absolutely insane. It's genuinely, absolutely ridiculous. What started out as just two teams backing out then turns into a domino effect. Then you see the likes of Barca and Atletico Madrid dropping out. Who else? Even Aubameyang, captain of Arsenal, came out with a quite controversial tweet, to say the least. Which I'll also put up on the screen if I can remember to do so. But, yeah, he got so bad to the point where Aubameyang actually deactivated his Twitter. So that's good. That's brilliant. And then you also had other players coming out and putting statements out saying that, I've also saw this thing on Twitter a couple days ago. It was a picture, and I think that's what it came out best with. Created by the poor, stolen by the rich. That honestly sums up this whole situation perfectly. And it's just absolutely insane to realize what has just happened. It's something that we have never... It's genuinely something we've never seen before. It's absolutely ridiculous to see how something this big can capitulate after 48 hours of it being, put together or introduced. But my first initial reaction when the Super League was first announced, I'm like, are you actually kidding me? Like, what is the point of this? Like, I would rather have it. Like, I would rather have... I was just at a loss for words at the time. So, like, if this were to continue going through, or not in Istanbul, but or not in Moscow when we won the Champions League final, that would have been all for nothing. What about that night in 1999 where we became, I believe, the first English team to win the treble? The Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. Especially that night in 99 where we scored 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes in extra time to win us the Champions League itself. Funnily enough, the pressure got so much that it caused our chairman, Ed Woodward, to get him running out of office. So I think at the end of the day, I think we may have come out on the better end of the stick. Now, if we can get the other guys out, which would be the Glazers, that would be arguably just the craziest thing ever, to be fair. So I think at this moment in time, they're all, the 12 teams are in a Zoom conference to talk about the disbanding after 48 hours of announcing this Super League thing. It's just an incredible 48 hours. This is what we live for in the world of football. This is what we live for. Dreams cannot be bought. They cannot be purchased, as Bruno Fernandes said best. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I also got breaking news that all of the Premier League clubs have left. So hopefully if things can go through the way they are, this whole European Super League thing can end before it even begins. Which, we didn't even want the European Super League anyway. Like, what was going through their head when they thought, oh, let's take 12 of the best teams in the world and put them in a competition where no one will be relegated or promoted? Or, like, what was the point? Like, yes, they were doing it for one reason. Money. That's how it's always been. They're running clubs like it's a business and not an actual football club itself. Which for me, I just find it it pisses me off that you got owners out there not even knowing what the hell they're doing with clubs at the time. It's just ridiculous. Like, you guys remember a couple of years ago when Bury got expelled from the Football League. Their owner didn't even know that Bury was even a club. What was the point? That's what I want to know. Like, you want to know what I also find funny? Arsene Wenger, I think 10 years ago, I think it was part of the Daily Mail or something like that. He came out with an article. I think you could still look it up now. Just put in Arsene Wenger Super League, something like that. He came out with an article saying that in 10 years' time, there will be a European Super League. And little did we know that 48 hours ago, it was almost coming to fruition. But here we are 48 hours later, and the Super League will cease to exist before it even begins. It's just like, why did we even need this? Like, genuinely, why did we even need the Super League to begin with? I don't know, man. I don't know. And Florentino Perez, the president of the European Super League, he's already getting, like, death threats, and he's been put on a lot of pressure to resign, like, right now. So hopefully, I think by the time you guys are seeing this, that the Super League may not even be a thing come later today or even tomorrow. And it's just, things have been absolutely ridiculous. And I've also gotten news that the Glazers and Alan Kroenke, they feel that they've been backed into a corner. It's gotten to the point where they're thinking about selling the club in its entirety. Like, I'm hopefully going to bring you guys more news as things progress. Now, that'll be that. Again, I'm sorry I've been gone for like a month. I've been dealing with a lot of, personal shit. But I will hopefully get this video out to you guys like later tonight, hopefully tomorrow. And then the new Leicester City episode, I'll probably get that done. And you'll also get that within this week. I'm promising you guys that. But I just wanted to give you guys my initial reactions. And if you guys want updates on this, I'll give them to you. So leave a like if you enjoyed this vid. And if you're also happy that I'm somewhat back. Sub if you know. And until next time, peace.